Yeah. Welcome back. Old School New Vibes episode,
What it
whatever.
do? Episode, you know what I'm saying?
Word
That's
up.
the episode.
We're
What's
we're
good,
starting
people?
we're starting to GoFundMe to get Ark
A
HD
Mac.
webcam.
I'm
Oh
going. This is
man.
my third one, bro. My third one. Walmart. I gotta talk to Walmart, man. Walmart.com. I'm gonna have to boycott them.
Yeah, so we
What's good?
said listen, either we do this with what we got right now or we gotta wait another week. So fuck it. So just bear with us till we get stuff straightened out.
Yes.
What's good with you, homie?
Not much, into February. January, definitely a crazy month. Definitely
It's
want to discuss what
it's
happened in January on a further note,
yeah.
but
It's crazy how we
definitely,
already 1 month in, right? Like the month just flew by.
man, and I don't know if it's because as you just start aging, just time
Just
goes
goes by
by that much
faster.
quicker.
Yeah.
I assume that, but with Xavier, for him time flies by too.
Mm.
So I remember being his age and like seeing, my Christmas presents like December 8th, right? And even from
Mm.
like the 8th or 9th, waiting to the 25th felt like forever, bro. This shit felt like, oh my God, like a year. And
Mm.
now it's like 6 months is nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
It's crazy. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
man. That's
Time
why
flies.
time is linear. Time is linear. It's definitely what you do with the time, man.
You got to make the best of
Um,
it.
100%. What else? February. Today the groundhog saw his shadow. So,
Oh yeah,
what's
today's
that whole
Groundhog's
theory of
Day.
the myth that
Yes.
yeah. So I guess what spring comes sooner or some shit, right?
Yeah, if he sees the shadow, I don't know the whole thing, but Groundhog's Day. Remember that movie? That show was a classic. Bill Murray. He kept
Yeah.
killing himself every day. He kept coming back. That's a fucking classic, bro. And like he knew
Yo,
he relived that day so much that he knew what everybody was gonna say. He knew what, like what people were gonna think. What at what
there's a
moment
few that Tom Cruise movie. Remember, same shit. You remember that?
uh yeah, what's it
Tomorrow,
called?
some shit.
Day after, no, not day after
Uh,
tomorrow.
I don't
Edge
know.
of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Oblivion
That
was
shit
another
was,
Tom Cruise movie. Yeah, but
yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow was dope. But I guess it's kind of similar because he's repeating the same day when he gets killed, but he's not trying to get killed. He's trying to like move along the mission and learn as he goes. That's a
Your
classic
your
movie.
boy Loki. Your boy Loki, the same shit. Remember, he was stuck in that loop.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like we're at that age, man, where it's just a lot of redundancy, man, and they're fucking just remixing shit. You know what I mean? And it's like there's really no authenticity, and now fucking AI is coming into play, and and it's even worse, right? It's funny, right? This whole week, I had like a training with Nestle, and there was this guy like just talking about AI and just the future of. What do you think about AI? Where it's going?
Wow. So I've been hearing a lot because I watch Earn Your Leisure, and I watch their show Market Mondays on Mondays. It's one of my go-tos, man. I've learned a lot about finances and the stock market just by watching those guys. Like free content. You know what I'm saying?
But
Free content.
did you check out that Chat GPT shit?
Well, I was going to get to that. So, in
Oh,
the last segment that they had, they were talking about that just AI in general and Chat GPT. So, I believe they said it was Microsoft who's developing Chat GPT, or they're going to integrate that system into their AI. So they're going to team up with Chat GPT. But just AI in general, I feel like it's a gift and a curse in a sense that it's helping us evolve to the next level.
Is
just in a way that, it writes stuff like, you ask it to write something, it writes shit up. You ask it to illustrate something, but when you integrate it into all types of different technology, that's when it gets a little crazy. Like, you don't know how far AI could go. Like, if it becomes sentient and starts thinking for its own, you got movies that.
Did you see that movie Megan right now that just came out?
No, I haven't seen Megan, but I was gonna say like movies like Terminator,
I just seen it.
The Matrix, shit like that, where AI just evolves and just takes over. And I don't know if it's gonna get. We might be a few years, we might be a lot of years away from that, but it's something that could be a reality eventually. You know what I mean?
Are you going to see Megan?
I'll wait for it to come out. It's
okay. So quick.
Yeah, me and wife want to see it. Don't spoil it.
It's going to speak to this whole what went wrong with AI, right? So in there, it was supposed sentient. To be. It started out sentient. Okay. And what happened was it misread the emotions, right? And the objective it was given was to protect the child, right? But once the child exposed and started discussing death, it looked at death. So it looked up everything on the death. And then it looked at humanity and how we treat death and how we kill so effortlessly and without no remorse or nothing. So it became became part of its being, right? Its sentiment as well. And it had no regard for life, and it just went haywire from there. Fools, yeah. It wasn't all that. There wasn't all that, to be honest. It was okay. It was
it had some decent reviews. I mean, I'm not gonna go to the movies to see it. I'll catch it on streaming.
No, yeah.
Speaking of streaming, what's up with fucking Netflix, bro? They're about to in March cut off use. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't share the password anymore.
But who needs to share Netflix passwords anymore? I feel like everybody got Netflix. Even when you get a phone now, like when
everybody got. Okay, let's keep it real. Everybody got Netflix because you're using. A lot of people share passwords. You know what I'm saying? Like you
not even now. Like when you have a new T-Mobile, or there's a few phones that in T-Mobile that automatically come with Netflix.
That's all limited. So they offer it as like a fee. Like, okay, for example, when I switched to T-Mobile and I got an iPhone. I got an iPhone upgrade. Yeah. I got Apple TV free for a year. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That promotional shit doesn't last forever. But yeah, so I don't know if that's going to be a detriment to Netflix. They're trying to raise some money. I guess they're losing a lot of money, but at the same time, they're producing a lot of expensive content that a lot of it isn't going anywhere. They have a few.
I don't think they're losing money. I just don't think they're making more money than they're making. You know how every year they need to make more money than they did previously? I think they're pretty much capped out now. So now that's why it looks like, they're losing money and they need to cut corners, but only because they want to make more money.
Right. That's always the end. I think I read somewhere they're in debt, bro. Like they're spending a lot of money to produce, like, for example, that Ryan Reynolds movie, so the Adam Project, right? That's a Netflix movie. Yeah. They spent hundreds of millions of dollars. They got movies with The Rock. You know what I'm saying?
With even what's his name, Will Smith too.
Yeah, so what I'm saying. Right? So they got these A-list stars doing movies that should be out in theaters, and they're spending hundreds of millions to do these big budget fucking movies that should be in theaters. And they're putting it straight to streaming. That's great, but people are going to watch the movie and that's it. Like, it's not going to gain you more subscribers. So I don't know if this is going to be I don't know. I mean, I don't care. I don't fucking own Netflix, but I don't know if that's going to be a good look for them. A lot of people are going to start losing their accounts, and then you got to pay. And Netflix isn't cheap. You know what I'm saying? It's up there. Like it's one of the more expensive ones. So then you got Netflix, you got HBO Max, you got fucking Disney Plus. So it's kind of like
Apple TV. Yo, there's so many.
So everybody left cable, right, to save money and do just the streaming stuff to see whatever you want to see instead of like channel surfing with 1,000 channels of bullshit. Right? Like, keep it real. Like, when you had cable, you had like 4 or 5 go-to channels, and the rest is just like extra nonsense that you skip through. Yeah. So you go to these, you get the streaming platforms, and now it's starting to add up to what cable used to cost. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Well, you still need Wi-Fi too. So
you got it. Yeah, you need Wi-Fi. So I saw on the train the other day, because I do have to commute a couple of days out the week. They have ads for Spectrum. Spectrum is doing this new shit that it's coupling internet, Wi-Fi, and mobile service, like cell phone service. So they bro. They're getting into that shit. So I'm saying, let me find out. I'm about to be like, peace, T-Mobile. Motherfuckers are too expensive.
T-Mobile kind of sucks in my building because I'm near the elevator, and it was maybe it's because it's a Samsung, but Jess doesn't have that issue with her iPhone. But whenever I'm like near where this part of the crib, my reception is sketchy.
Like right now.
Maybe that could be it. You know what's funny? Maybe that's why this is. Oh shit, that could be it too. I'm gonna have to move my setup, bro.
That might be it. That shit. Because before you was in the other room, right, in the kitchen.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
I mean, I get what you're going for there, because you got the screens behind you. You know, it looks a little more digital.
You know what I'm saying?
Got the Sonic the Hedgehog.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's peace out to Sonic, you know?
Yo, Ark got the image of like 2007. You know what I'm saying? That's a throwback. And I got the new shit. I got the AI camera.
Yo, seriously. Yo, but back to AI, man. So, you know, it's definitely, so in the presentation today, right, he brought up some proverbs or just kind of quotes that AI just mentioned. And yeah, it was good. It was profound, but it was very similar to something that Elon Musk has said, right? So remember, like, a lot of the stuff that's going to come out of AI is just refurnished references of stuff that was uploaded to it. Like, if you said, I went to the store, AI is going to say the human being, you know, journeyed on the way to the marketplace. You know what I mean? Like, it's just going to fucking flip words around and take like, and claim for it to be authentic, you know? It really is just a reflection, and it's just not that it's going to mince our words, because again, you see a lot of great stuff, a lot of great art, but it's all references. It's all based off a reference, of a concept of human mind. So, right, I think that.
Think about like how in time, like this thing is just starting now. Let's say 5 years from now, how advanced it's going to be. That shit will write. It's going to write like novels. It's going to write like theses. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be next level.
I think it's going to get tricky when we try to upload human consciousness up into AI. That's when it's going to get a little chaotic, because for right now, it could only operate on whatever parameters, whatever, you know, coding you put into this is what it's only capable of doing, right? When the humans, we're the ones that have that gene, that fact that we could just do the most craziest shit in the spur of that in the spur of a moment. So I think that's when it's gonna get tricky. But who knows right now, man? I see how much money is gonna save almost anybody. Like every major market out there. I mean, every major brand, especially luxury brands that spend up to millions of dollars on marketing and promotion, and paying all these agencies for $50,000 for some artwork. You're gonna see that dwindle, and what's gonna happen to those companies? It's almost like
anything with creative, like artists. I wouldn't be surprised.
They got music. You don't hear all these AI rappers now, the music and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, write me a song Eminem style, or it mimics certain celebrities and shit like that. And this is just the early stages of that. Just wait till it gets even more advanced.
So so we were discussing e-commerce, right? And we were showing how the majority of all the top brands right now, over 50% of the revenue is being generated through social media purchases. Because even now on TikTok, like, you see someone like, before we had like, and this is no shot, nothing racial or anything, but before you had like that token tall white woman, blonde hair, blue eyes, this is the one that's going to be the face of our brand. That's not the case anymore, especially like now. You see a lot more of these brands showcasing Asian people now too. I mean, I think obviously because China is so powerful right now, right? But you take what's that called, Louis Vuitton. A lot of their models now, they're a lot of Asian people, a lot of people from so just that figure, that face it's changing. But what's happening, and they're going on TikTok and you see all these products and you're up late and you're like, holy shit, yeah, I need that shit. And then you're just buying it. They're showing that they're buying it. They're not even going directly to the brand's website. They're just buying it straight off from TikTok so that's going to develop more. And we see that now on Instagram. You already have those stores that you can buy certain things off of.
Yeah.
They're gonna just start condensing everything. It's gonna be one click away from everything, and you'll get it'll be a one-stop shop. Whatever takes the rings and is gonna be the top
market
application.
Yeah,
it'll be that, and maybe it'll be metaverse. Maybe that's and that's another thing we're discussing. A lot of the stuff that you hear,
show us your metaverse goggles. Put on your metaverse goggles. Because he's in there. See? Yo, that's it. No, shit. Yo, you're in HD now. You want you're in HD.
I'm in my Lambo right now. But,
those are the Louis Vuitton shades.
But it's crazy, man. That the world. Oh, that's what I was saying. That so a lot of these initiatives that you hear about, you'll hear like a headline, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, that's not happening. No, the shit it takes years to create this stuff. So stuff like seeds that get planted now, it won't come to fruition until like 5 years from now. So a lot of the market is projecting that by the year 2030, bro, how we shop is going to be completely different. It's already different now, and it got accelerated through the pandemic. That's what accelerated the whole shopping journey, because the majority of people don't even go into these stores anymore. But what's gonna also that they're also forecasting is that it'll be like certain things that are novelty. Like right now, you see how there's really no need for vinyl anymore, but vinyl records have come. They're kind of trending more again.
Yeah. So that nostalgic.
So that's what's going to keep the human touch point alive still. And even when AI, like the Chat GPT, even their representative said their aim isn't to have AI operate solely on its own. They said the best way it could only operate is through guidance from humans, right?
Yeah.
And I
until
and
it
I get
becomes sentient and starts making its own decisions and doesn't care what they think.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So like even I heard like coders, like web coders can use it, like it can write code. You know what I'm saying? Like just elaborate technical fucking rocket science type shit. So imagine that. And then like I don't know if it's DARPA or these private sector companies that are developing. You ever seen those videos of like those robot dogs that they show them like in a lineup?
They're
like
everywhere now. That shit was on Black Mirror. Remember that?
Right. So they show that in Black Mirror, but I'm talking about like in real life when you see see those videos.
They look exactly like that.
Right. So imagine a scenario where like those fucking things just walk in the streets and they have an AI conscience. Like,
did you hear about? Did you hear in San Francisco? Pretty sure it's in California, but they're already going to start with. They're going to pass a law that drones, armed drones, can shoot down assailants now or like criminals, and they're passing a law for that. That's fucking crazy, bro.
I see California and New York. They always are the ones that, you know, will try out shit like that. Number one, we're the big cities, and I don't want to get political, but you know what side of the political spectrum runs these states. You feel where I'm going with that?
Fuck that. Get political, like, cause yo, do you?
And it's not because I'm wearing this camo hat. It don't make me no redneck right-wing conservative.
Did you hear what happened to your boy from Shazam, bro?
Oh yeah, I heard about it, but I didn't see the tweets, and I didn't see.
So think he basically, I don't know. I don't think it was that serious, bro.
But what did he say?
He said that
something anti-Pfizer.
No, he said Pfizer runs the world, owns the world, something along the lines like that. Like
right.
But
and he was getting
bro.
And he was getting canceled for
and
that.
That's it. And he's already. That's it. I think they already pulled them off.
But it's true though. They run ads on everything. All these news networks.
Everywhere, bro. Everywhere.
This segment is brought to you by Pfizer. Like there's literally a compilation of new.
I see that.
Yeah. It brought to you by Pfizer. But like how could you? And that's why that's why these media outlets don't cover nothing, anything against them or anything trying to exploit all the fuckery they're doing behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like
it's the same thing. Like I think it's really done. They do things like this when there's things happening behind the scenes, laws being passed, even things in the news, right? That are happening. Like there was a lot of Epstein shit, bro, that went down a couple of weeks ago, and they're not really highlighting that.
They don't cover none of that, bro.
But what they'll do, they'll fuel and they'll muddy the waters, like what they're doing with eggs. You're seeing so many kind of eggs are bad for you, eggs are good for you, eggs are bad, eggs are like, and then now you heard about all these.
First of all, they can't even afford them anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Did you see that? They're blowing up these egg factories now, bro.
I see a lot of different
2 to 3
past couple of years. So what's happening is like these big companies, like what's it called, BlackRock, one of those black something, and then they keep saying like Bill Gates. A lot of these fucking multi-billionaires are buying up a lot of farmland, and who knows what's going to come out of it. I mean, you can only see where that's going to lead to. More government, private sector, working with government, controlling food, agriculture, energy.
Watch Hunters yet?
Huh?
Did you watch Hunters yet?
No, I didn't. I have a list of stuff to watch, bro.
So that is going into depth about the Nazis,
one with Al Pacino, that they're hunting Nazis,
how the Nazis are still in play and how they're running the country even now. And it's funny because back then they were discussing, they were like, you know how we're going to get the Americans? We're going to put the pathogens in the food. So this is why, and they start, and this is again, Hunters is the show on Prime, but it's based off of Operation
Real life
Paperclip.
Operation Paperclip.
It's real 100% facts.
Yeah.
So they even so they had this segment, which is true. You can also look it up when they introduced corn syrup. They had commercials for corn syrup, and the pathogens are in the corn syrup. So and I'm going to segue into something else that's crazy, because they give you the truth right in front of you. They're telling you this shit. They'll put it in little tidbits, bite size. They'll
put it in movies.
Shows,
make it look fictional.
and you'll be like, oh, you're watching too many movies, right? But the shit is true. You can look at this, and they had commercials like with animated stuff. Hey, it's the new sugar alternative. Hi, take me. It's this. I'm delicious, and blah blah blah. So what happens is, bro, our bodies are so immaculate. It doesn't require anything, bro. But when we start eating a lot of these foods, bro, that have these fillers, those pathogens, they'll remain dormant in you. And you know what activates these? A lot of them is stress. So this is why you eat the stuff, you're chilling, and then all of a sudden you see something and it stresses you the fuck out. That activates it. Stress is the component. That's the trigger. So fucking try to be as stress-free as possible. The only way to do that is you need stress management activities. And a lot of them, boil down to just being mobile, being out and about, in your home. You can do this shit in your home. Just be active. Don't sit on your ass. But segueing into The Last of Us, right? I know you only saw one episode, right? But so The Last of Us, for you.
Well, let's preface it. Let's preface it. It's based on a hit video game, right?
Yes.
Based on a hit video game about okay.
I call it the reboot of fucking The Walking Dead, because it's pretty much like The Walking Dead, man. It's good acting, and I'm ready to give you a heads up. Do not get emotionally invested into any of the actors, because like straight from the jump, his fucking daughter dies. Like, are you fucking kidding me? It's crazy. Did you see that part?
Spoiler alert. I saw that part.
Anyway,
yeah.
It's crazy. But
I saw until the time jump. There's a 10, 20. That's what I wasn't digging that. And I don't know if it's the video game is like that, but they jumped 20 years. Like why 20 years? Why was that necessary? Why couldn't it be 10 years? Why a whole 20 years?
I don't know. Ask the directors, but what they did go into research.
Does it make sense for that to you?
Because I guess they wanted to see the carnage after, Okay. So instead of going through, you saw. I mean, I Am Legend did the same shit too. That's why they kind of had it broken up.
I get the time jump. I'm saying, why so many years? Why 20 years and not 10 years or 5 years?
Because I think it's going to be after. I'm sure there's an uproar. When this is happening, I'm sure there was a crazy, crazy uproar. And to film during that time, I think it'll be more difficult to get those details, because shit is happening all the time at that point, bro. It's mass chaos. So in the episodes now, you can have more slower episodes. You're not going to have wild shit happening in the back. None of the zombies.
I know they're going to do a lot of flashbacks too, right?
But, the zombies are going to look... If it's happening recently, they're going to look like normal people. You're not going to get a chance to bring in all these sci-fi people and make all these costumes and look crazy. So they got to look aged, because the zombies have fucking full-grown mushrooms on their head, right?
Well, which is crazy. It's a fungus. It's a fungus it is, right?
Which, you know what they just read right now in Yahoo News? That's supposedly there's a fungus outbreak or some crazy shit. But look, peep game. This is why I segued into it. Also to say it's a fucking dope show, super dope. Just don't get emotionally invested. But when the girl was asking it was a young girl. She's also in it. I don't want to say too much about it, but she's asking the guy where did it come from. And he was like, they believe that the pathogens were coming from the food pancake mix, all these foods that were just exactly what I just said, enter the body, and then stress activated all those dormant.
Okay, so here's what I want to be based off of what I saw, because right now it's only 3 episodes in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
it happened on the 3rd episode.
Oh, what's that?
What I was just saying, that conversation about that happened.
Okay. So basically, the way it unravels in the beginning, right? And we're gonna get into a little bit of spoilers. I don't know what happens after that, like 2nd and 3rd episode. I have no idea. But that first episode, when it all unravels, right? It's kind of a slow buildup. The girl goes to town. She gets her father a birthday gift. They're chilling. He goes out. That's his brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's his brother. They had to go. Oh, he has to bail his brother out because his brother got into a bar fight. And then that's when shit starts popping off that night. So this thing just started happening like within hours, right? Whatever was dormant in everyone, just what caused it to just wake up? Like what caused it to happen in a matter of hours? You know what I'm saying?
Well, if it's by design, these, again, I'm going to go back to the hunters, right? Exactly what the Nazi dude said he was going to do was what happened in the Last of Us. Exactly. It was through the food that, and then he said something activated the dormant pathogens. So, which could be pandemics. I mean, this again, that's a rabbit hole in its own. Yeah. But as per the movie, they really didn't preface too much other than that. That it was dormant and then it got activated in people. But
I'm definitely gonna get into it. I want to watch it with wifey because she's like a
quick heads up. Quick heads up. 3rd episode, you're gonna have to fast forward through that shit the whole time.
Why? Super scary.
Super Brokeback Mountain. The whole episode is Brokeback Mountain, bro. Crazy. I wasn't ready for it. He wasn't ready. I was like,
oh damn, like that.
Fuck. I was like, man. Are you?
So was there a point for them showing all that? Like, is there a reason plot-wise?
Yes. So I think this is what the show is probably going to do. It's probably going to show glimpses of people's lives. So it showed this guy, right? He came to a compound, and it was like this guy was a prepper. He was like, it's crazy. He was a prepper. Doomsday prep. He had a whole town locked down, fences around. He lived there for like 20 years. People try to raid in. His shit was so crazy, nobody ever made it in. So there was one person who was coming up.
We got 4 minutes.
Oh, shit,
race against the clock.
Nah, fuck
After this, for the next one, look. All right, we're gonna tell our audience this is like a quick little talk shit episode.
Did you see White? Oh yeah,
Wait, for the next one, we're gonna have good cameras and we're gonna have unlimited time.
And Jay-Z is gonna Jay-Z is gonna be our first guest.
Word up. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah, White Lotus. We could wrap it up on the White Lotus. It's really good. Yeah. It's more of a drama comedy, right? Like you got the first season in Hawaii, these different groups of families, and it's kind of like they're all connected in a way, right?
Like show you how the rich, I guess, mentality, right? What rich society tends to think and talk about trending topics, and they even got into conversations how they believe themselves to be the future minority, which is. Did you hear some of that comments? I was like, what
a little bit, but I like the way they wrote. The writers really did a good job, just to see the tense and the build up, with the girl and then the
how
two
she
friends.
accepted to do it at the end, right?
Yeah,
you saw
the
that?
two friends, and then the guy that managed the hotel, all the shit that he was doing, like he was a recovering alcoholic that relapsed, and he was just started wilding out. Well, yeah, man. And then the second season gets even crazier too. They're in
Italy, right?
They're in Italy,
Sicily.
But what's that? Sicily, yeah, somewhere out there, like by the coast. And it gets crazy too. And it's different. Like it's not, action. It's just just drama, like just people just doing stupid shit, but it's good. It's a good recommend.
It's a little bit of some lazy writing, like that whole you're forgetting to lock the door. Remember in the first season, like stupid little things like that, man. That you can't be the hotel manager and work there for that long, knowing that you have really like some messed up guests sometime, and then lose it that quick over something so stupid and simple.
But tell me what
things like that, like that's fucking corny writing.
I can hear that little nitpicks, but what kept you watching was the very first episode, is because you want to know who the body is, right? You want to know who died. The very first episode, they show you somebody died, and you want to see who dies, how, why, and all that shit. That's why you get pulled into the show. You want to know who the body is. But
also just this fucking shit that came out of their mouth sometimes. Like, are you serious? It's almost like you just, I don't know, man.
It's great. It's like great acting. It's great acting, though. And the second season's good too, man. You should check it out. Well, once you're done with this one. But listen, guys, we got to wrap it up. We just decided to keep this one going and gonna give this a little throwaway episode. But I think we, talk shit for a little while. We got a little political, which is not really our thing on Old School New Vibes, but we're gonna get back to the music and entertainment side. But we talk about a couple of shows, but yeah, man.
Are you ready for the Green Comet coming?
The Green Comet and the Super Bowl.
Word, you know what? We gotta do one about the Super Bowl. We'll have something this weekend.
We'll do a Green Comet Super Bowl party.
On that note,
y'all. On that note, we'll see y'all later. Peace. Latest.
Old school, new school, need to learn.